Fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps with Fight Hub TV. We're powered by Stagefront VIP, and I'm joined now with Leonard Ellerbe. Leonard, it's good to see you here in Las Vegas. You always look so well put together, by the way. How are you doing?
I really appreciate that. Loving life. Just been really busy with, working behind the scenes with, putting these big fights together. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really exciting. This is, I think, the best year ever for boxing. Mm-hmm. With all the great events that we've had thus far, and there's more to come. More to come.
Okay, so we're limited on time that I've been told, so I want to get straight into it if you don't mind. When can we anticipate seeing Gervonta Davis back out? Is there anything that you guys are currently working on? Anything you can tell us about that?
No, not at the moment. When Tank is ready, he'll make that announcement. He'll make that announcement. He's his own boss, and he's calling the shots, and he's spending a lot of time with his kids and just doing some things in the community, just really enjoying his time. The fans are very excited and anticipating his return because he's the most exciting fighter in boxing, and I can't wait too. I can't wait.
Do you think, or if you had to give it sort of a timeline, where would a fight with like a Devin Haney or a Teofimo Lopez sort of sit on the grand scheme of his schedule?
I don't think that you can put a timeline on that kind of stuff because the big fights happen when they really make sense for both sides. And, I know the fans get a little impatient at times, and that's understandable because they don't really understand how the business goes. Tank's coming off of a fight where, he's made tens of millions of dollars. And Tank alone has been generating, 8-figure revenue every single fight. Every single fight that he's been, yeah, every fight he's been generating. And he's been making that kind of money. Yeah. So it's like Tank is here, and the other guys are there. And I'm solely talking about generating the revenue. So, I think that, their respective management teams and promoters, et cetera, they understand what that really is about because, the way I personally see things, and it's not up to me, but it's like if Tank makes you an offer, it's probably not going to be what you expect because you get paid on what you kind of weigh and what you, as we say, you eat what you kill, so it's like, and I think that those guys all are going in the right direction, but it just takes time, and because none of these guys are going anywhere. None of these guys are going anywhere, and fighters fight. Nobody's scared of it. This guy ain't scared of that guy, but it's just a lot of back and forth that goes on. But at the end of the day, it's like Tank's that guy. Tank is that guy. So.
Well, Tank seems to be on everyone's list. Everyone wants to fight Tank.
Well, he's the one. He's the one that's generating the revenue.
Right.
And he's also, a top fighter. So they know. All the fighters know, and I want to see those fights too. I want to see because I'm very, very confident Tank beats all those guys. All those guys. You name any of them. You name. Tank can beat him.
Did you see what Barrios said about him? Saying that because he was asked to compare the power of Tank and Keith Thurman, and he said without question it was Tank.
Tank, I'm telling you, and Keith's a good boxer, but Tank got that. He's got that special stuff that at any moment that he can hit you, and his IQ is off the charts. He just hadn't had a chance to display that, because he gives the fans exactly what they want. When Tank's in there, he's looking to get you out of there. He's not playing around. He's looking to knock your ass all the way out. So I'm just excited for his return when it happens.
Charlo went and surprised the world, Leonard. Everyone thought it was going to be Maul. But here he is, daring to be great. He's daring to be great. He's doing what most people wouldn't do, but he's also not getting I wouldn't say too many people believe that he can beat Canelo. What's your thoughts to that?
Anything is possible. And one thing I do know is that Jamel Charlo believes that he's going to beat Canelo on the 30th. He believes that.
There isn't much of a, if you look at their size, it's actually not that vast. I think people are making it seem a lot more drastic than it is, right?
Yeah, because, you know, the whole thing with when they say, oh, he's moving up 2 weight classes.
Right.
But Jamel walks around at a certain weight, you know, and Canelo's super strong at that weight. He's obviously shorter in stature, you know, but it's going to be a terrific fight, man. I think that fight is going to be like a fight of the year kind of thing. I think that, you know, both guys got something to prove. Both guys got something to prove. And I'm a firm believer this fight is not going the distance. Somebody's getting knocked out.
Terrence Crawford has actually thrown his name into the mix with wanting the winner of that one. What are your thoughts on that?
If that's what Crawford wants to do, then, you know, hey, it's just that I just know how the business goes, and it's just not that simple. You know, you can throw your hat in the mix, but it's just not that simple. And I have nothing to do or no say-so in any of that, but I just know the business better than all of these people.
Do you anticipate that in September for next year, because obviously Canelo's signing a 2-fight deal, do you see that being against Benavidez?
I know Benavidez is out there, and he's a top fighter.
Imagine that for Cinco de Mayo, though.
Wow, that will definitely be one of the biggest fights in all of the sport if and when it gets made. You know, Benavidez, he's the real deal. He's the real deal. Canelo is also, too. So that's a big fight. But Canelo has his hands full on the 30th. Yeah. You know, I know he's obviously the favorite, but Jamel enjoys that. He enjoys that being the underdog in this case because, well, you know, all his fans are coming. All his fans, like, all the black fans, they coming. They supporting him. They coming from all different cities. All of Houston is coming, you know, out here. And if they're not going to the fight, they're going to be in the mix out here with all the festivities. But he has tremendous amount of support, you know. And obviously Canelo has an incredible fan base. So it's going to be a great fight.
So we're hearing that there could be the rematch now because Errol Spence Jr. has activated his rematch clause. But we're now seeing Terrence is saying it has to be at 147. It's not going to be at 154. Where obviously Errol wants it to be at. Do you have any insight on that?
Did Terrence Crawford say that, or somebody from his team said that?
I actually don't know. I saw a quote on that, but the way the quote looked, it looked like it might have been Terrence, but I could stand corrected on that.
And oftentimes what you see in the sport, as you know, MJ, is that people speak and don't really have all the information. Yeah. I personally haven't heard that. Okay. You know, nor have I inquired about it. Okay. You know, but you know, Errol gave him the opportunity when he didn't have to. You know, he made the fight, you know, because he wanted to do it for the fans, and you know, he sacrificed some things. So, you know, in my opinion, you know, you gotta just do what you gotta do. You know?
Errol at 154. Obviously, a lot of people were saying the first time around, and I remember a video circulating between Terrence and Errol where he's like, I don't want to hear that it was the weight if you lose. I don't know if you remember seeing that clip. Yeah, so now, obviously, a lot of fight fans are saying it's clearly a weight. I think they both struggle to get to 147 at this stage, but what makes it different for Errol Spence Jr. at 154 in your opinion?
Well, I think that 54 is 7 pounds north, and it does make a difference. You know, Errol Spence is an incredible fighter, and Crawford is too. If that's what Errol wants to do, to fight the rematch, I support him. wholeheartedly because he, as a fighter, as a man, he knows what he wants. And if Crawford will grant him that opportunity, then give it to the fans. You know, Earl, he didn't have a good night that night. But sometimes it's like that, you know. He just wants the opportunity to go and redeem himself, and I support that.
Lastly, do you have any updates on Deontay Wilder? I know that we kept getting a lot of back and forth between him and Andy Ruiz Jr. Now there's talks of possibly a fight in Saudi Arabia with Deontay and Anthony Joshua. Anything that you can give us? No,
I don't have any updates I don't. Again, two very good fighters. I want to see D back in the ring. You know, he's right up there with being one of the most exciting fighters because at any point he can get you out of there. At any point, and he's improved a great deal. Working with Malik, you know, technically, I see a lot of stuff they're doing. I'm just happy to see them brothers get opportunities and make this money.
Well, Tyson Fury said that he would be very open to a fourth fight. Imagine that.
Oh, I know. And the fights were like, wow. I went to two of them. You know, I was definitely in L.A. for the first one. Yeah. Man, that would be incredible.
I know.
Yeah. Good fight.
All right, Leonard. Well, thank you for your time. I appreciate it, and hopefully we'll be able to catch up with you during media week.
Oh, most definitely. I'll be in the media center, room, whatever, all week.
Yeah.
All week, every day.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Bye, fans.